While there are hundreds and hundreds of well-executed changes, there's probably just as many poorly executed ones. Ones where, wow, the end result was probably good, but it was really painful to get there. Let's talk about a few of those. A hostile takeover of a company. That never goes well. I mean, really never goes well. It makes a lot of enemies. People don't feel good about the whole thing. A lot of times there's layoffs, and even if in the end the company is better off having been bought by a different company, you've lost a lot of credibility points getting there. Hostile takeovers of companies are pretty much 99.9% of the time a very poorly executed change. There's nothing more poorly executed than the government coming to you and telling you that they would like to take your house. Not they would like, that they are taking your house, giving you money for it so they can use your land for X. Never goes well. No one's ever happy to give up their land to the government. Now, sometimes it's for very good reasons. Sometimes it's to build a hospital. Sometimes it's to build a road to connect two towns. Sometimes it's to build track for a railroad to connect two very important places that don't have any connection to the rest of the world. But it doesn't really matter if you're the one who owns the house. So eminent domain, while sometimes a really good idea on the end of it, the getting there is really hard. Now, the third poorly executed change, you may think, wow, Dina, that's pretty out there. Well, let's talk about it. In the United States, the way it works is when a couple gets divorced and there's a child, a lot of times they leave it up to the courts to decide who gets the child. Pretty much, that never goes well, because one parent might feel slighted. And it never, ever, ever, ever goes well for the kid because it's really hard. I mean, to say it never goes well isn't fair, but it's really difficult because the kid generally doesn't understand. The reason I bring this up as a poorly executed change is because while the end result might be exactly what is best for the child, getting there can be very difficult. And the reason getting there can be difficult is feelings are involved. Feelings and emotions and children. And when you involve children, it just never makes it easy. But like I said, the child may end up with the right person raising them, or the right combination of people raising them, or the right combination of time when people are raising them. But getting there can be very, very difficult. Finally, wars of any size, of any location, of any reason. Very poorly executed change. It doesn't matter what your political view is. The casualties of any war are part of the change, and that's never good. Having there be casualties of war affects everybody. And while, like I said, the end result might be best for the world in the long run, getting there is very difficult.